Welcome to another episode of Beekaysays. Happy new month. I hope you've gotten your new resolution in place. Well, if you set new resolutions in January, you know it's almost December. I hope you've achieved any of them or most of them. I really hope you do. I'm not a believer in New Year resolutions. I rarely ever have resolutions because I don't really believe that calling them resolutions will let them even work. Anyways, happy new month again, and it's October, so I have the honor of introducing Mrs. Grace Olanshola. She's a great grandmother. She's 72 years old. She's a teacher, a disciplinarian, a beautician. She's someone I've grown to love. She's my grandmother. Well, have you ever wondered if parental presence matters, or the hustle for the paper is taking a toll on your children? As a child, do you feel your parents' hustle affected how you grew up? And as a new parents that have raised children and possibly grandchildren, do you feel this generation's hustle is taking them away from their children and can be related to social vices? Well, all those are more the things we will be discussing with Grandma today. So you're very welcome, Grandma. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
In your wealth of experience, 72 years in this world, tell us about it. Nigeria, everything. It's so much, but just tell us a bit of everything.
So much. But I can see that right now everything has changed, and not for the better. So far, to me, when we were growing up, things were different from now. Because our parents were always there, especially our mothers.
They were always there.
They were always there. If they were traders, they would do it around the house, around the village, so that whenever they need to see their children, or the children need to see their mother, they go there and see them.
Your years of experience as a teacher, as a parent, as a grandmother, could you tell us what your take is on 21st century's child rearing habits, or you've seen lots of children in 21st century, talking about 90s kids, early 2000s, and what has been the most alarming thing or observation you have?
Well, is that parents are not disciplining their children anymore. When I say parents are not disciplining their children anymore, I don't mean every parent, but too many parents are not doing what they should do. They are never there for their children. Why? Because they are looking for money. So there is this problem of children growing on their own, or with the house girls or aunties or whoever. House girls who have never had their own children. They don't know anything about training the child. They don't know anything about taking care of children. But these children are put under them, and they work throughout the day overseeing these children when the mothers are not there. Mothers especially are supposed to be around their children. I'm not saying mothers should not work, but then any work that will take you out of your home 24 or 12 hours of the day, maybe 10 to 12 hours of the day, is not worth being done. You should look for something that will take you away from the home for some time and then come back. Even the traders who have the time to themselves go very early in the morning, and as they go in the morning, they just don't even care looking back.
So you've seen these videos, I showed you a preview of these videos, of children exhibiting grown-up behaviors, children cursing their parents, children saying, "Shut up, mom," and then the mom's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Now, not American children, Nigerian children have also picked up these habits. You go to public events and you see children behaving untrained or all these things. What's with that?
I can write a book, a whole book.
I think the world
on
needs
this
this.
matter.
I think this world needs this.
Because I lived in an area where I saw the worst of my life since I've been living. And this is Lagos. I cannot imagine a mother would have to come down so low for the child and agree that a child of 15 years, 16 years, a son of 15 years, 16 years will bring girls into the house, into the same house, and will be sleeping in that same house with the girl. And the mother will be there. I cannot imagine it. I've never imagined it in my life. Now, this particular child, this particular son, at the age of 20, this has been happening all along. And at the age of 20, he said he went to school, to the university. From there, in a village, in a place. There, he gave back, a girlfriend gave back to a child for him at the age of 20, for goodness sake. He's not working, he's not doing anything. But he started doing yahoo yahoo all the way through, from a little boy. Like,
so this is typically the long-term effect
yes.
of not being present in your child's life.
Yes, because the mother is a nurse. She goes to work in the night. In the night, the boy will bring girls. That's the first stage. But later, he was free to bring the girls. Even when the mother is there, the girls will come, even plait the mother's hair. I mean, it is absurd. It is absurd. He's not the only one. I've seen so many, they don't even greet you. As an elderly, you're sitting down in front of your house, and somebody just comes in, a child, maybe a teenager, just comes in, anybody, those small children,
yes.
They'll just come in and then pass by.
No,
it's so into your compound. Into your compound. It's so painful when I see these things. And when you correct them, they feel sad. They are bad. They feel bad. They are offended. You are the bad one. So if they are not corrected, they like it. Anybody who does not say anything is their friend. But once you say, why did you not greet? You owe me that greetings when you come into my own apartment.
Is there a way forward for this? Do you have any advice for modern day parents? Do you have any advice for upcoming parents or millennials on how to get away from this?
I have advice, but unfortunately, the parents are not even ready to change. That's the way I see it, because they know, and you talk to them, you advise them, they don't even care. Even the parents will see you early in the morning, they will sit down in front of their houses, and then you will go there, or you will pass. I expect that, and somebody who is mature will say good morning. The children will be there, the parents will be there. Nobody will say good morning to you unless you greet them. I mean, it's so sad. It's so sad. I don't know where we are heading to. Even those who don't, I don't know how to go about it. My advice to parents is that fathers should make time for their children.
Not just mothers now.
No. I'm talking of mothers because we are the homemakers.
Okay.
But fathers are never there. They will go to work from their offices. They will go to wherever they want to go to, come back in the night. Then what time do they have to play with their children, to show love to their children, to know their children better? These children will grow up, especially the boys will grow up, they can show love to their wives. The girls will grow up, they don't know how to show love to their husband. So there's nothing being taught concerning love.
Do you feel this is linked to the uprise of independence in women, or women trying to be equal, gender equality that is being preached, or women trying to take on masculine roles? Do you think this is linked to it? Is there any connection?
No, I don't think so. I think these things are connected with the fact that there is competition among our women. That's my own take about it.
Of course.
A lot of competition is going on among women. Oh, this person's child is in that school. Oh, my child must go to that school, whether you have the money or not. There are times children are sent out of the school because the parents cannot pay the school fees. Why do you have to leave your child in a place where you cannot pay school fees? The child now is being humiliated whenever he's sent out, and then it affects the emotional aspect of the child's life. So this thing goes on, and if it goes on for a long time, you find that when they grow up, they become depressed, they become wayward, whatever they like. They do. They have no love, no friendship with their parents. A child cannot move to the parent and say, this is what I saw this day. The parents are not ready to even listen because they are so bent on themselves.
Money.
This person is using that car, then I must use the car. This is serious. It's a terrible thing, and it is tearing our people apart. The mother is on the phone 24/7. The father is on the phone 24/7. The children are on the phone 24/7. There's no communication, no relationship. They don't know how to show love to anybody. How does it work? How does these things work that we will get good things out of this? In fact, it is so painful to me that these things are happening in Nigeria. And I am seeing it when I have seen the best part of this country. I've seen the best part of it. Many children, many boys, girls nowadays are cult members, armed robbers, Yahoo, 419, and prostitutes. Why? Because they want money.
It's been known that train up a child and the child will turn out.
Yes.
So it can be traced back to the foundation.
Yes, it's the home. Mostly the home. And then the next thing is the environment. Parents have left everything for teachers. No, a teacher is with the child maybe about 4 or 5 hours a day, and we have 24 hours in a day. So the bulk of the time is spent at home. The environment, I've seen a parent, a mother, whose child was in secondary school, and he came home to say that one teacher beat him or flogged him or something, or punished him. The mother, the following day, very early, before going to her shop, followed this boy to the school and got to the school and went to slap the teacher.
Did she even bother asking what happened?
I said she slapped the teacher twice and left, and nothing happened.
So the child is watching this knowing.
Oh yes.
At every point, there's backing.
Now, who trains the teacher? I mean the child. Who trains the child? The parents is not training. The environment is not training. The teacher, they don't allow the teachers to train. And the Bible says, you have to train your child in the way he will go. And when he grows up, he will never depart from it. That is why these children go out to their mates to get advices, which are not right.
So, we've heard so much from you. So much insightful analysis, so much experience, and I definitely would love to have another chit chat with you on topics that relate to age, to experience, because you have a wealth of experience we'd like to explore. I'm sure people would want to know what has been your go-to system of training or your go-to method of training your children thus far? Because I mean, you have lots of children. You have 4 children, and you have lots of grandchildren and great grandchildren. So, what has been your go-to in terms of training these children?
The first thing is discipline. Discipline is very, very, very important. Any child who cannot discipline him, any parent who cannot discipline his child is asking for doom. Doom. If you cannot control yourself, then there's a problem. I so much make sure that they know my do's and don'ts. They know when I will correct them. They know when they will do something that will not go down well with me. And I make sure I correct them. Sometimes I make sure I just correct them just like that. And later on I remember and then just pull them to myself to show that it is not that I'm just talking or I'm being wicked, but because I want you to be good in life, to do well in life.
So it's a push, it's a discipline, but use the other hand to draw them to yourself.
You have to make with love.
With love.
Yes, you have to do it with love. And that is the love, And then we explain, and then the whole thing will go.
So explaining to your children?
Yes. I will explain why and what that can relate to, what that can come to if it continues and it's not abated, it's not stopped. So, and if you stop it, this is what you get. And the second thing is firmness. I'm very, very firm. And my children know it. I'm very firm. If I did my standard is the same. If I say this is what you should do in this situation, and another person does that thing the other way, I will have to correct that person. I will not say because it's this one and not that one. You have to be firm. And when you are firm, the child will know that, okay, this thing you are saying is true. Okay, let's honesty. It's a very, very, very key word in my life. If you do anything wrong, what my mother used to do that. Once we see, she asks and we say, I'm the one. Somebody says, I'm the one. I'm sorry I broke the plate. I'm the one. That's all. But if she cannot get who did it among us, there's a problem. She must get it out. And that is the same with me. Honesty is the best policy. Prayer is another point. As a parent, if you are not a believer, if you are not a Christ-like person, definitely your children most times will follow your suit. If you are a believer, it is easy for you to pray for other people in your family. And one by one, God will start picking them. One by one, God will start touching their hearts and they will turn unto God. So it is very essential for us to pray for our children.
So what are the principles you've applied? Just a quick rundown so parents that are watching can be able to relate to this.
They can relate to all the principles I've mentioned and even more. Integrity is very key. To everything we do, we have to open up. We have to trust ourselves that we are going to do the right thing. We have to look at people and respect them. Especially, you have to respect the elderly. There is no more respect for the elderly in this country, Nigeria. When they see an elderly person, the young ones think she is sick, or he is sick, or he has done something wrong. That's why he can't grow up to this age. Because normally, most people die young. The average death is about 40-something years in Nigeria now. So when they see somebody who is above that, older, they are surprised. And they don't even like it. That's my own thing. I don't understand. So they should respect other people, respect themselves. What you say is what you should do. Don't say what I do what I say, do what I say and not what I do. Don't ever tell your child, or with your character, with the way you live. If you say don't do this and you are doing it, I mean definitely the child will follow. So let's give them good examples that they can follow and become better people in life.
Thank you very much, Grams, for coming on my show. I'm really excited, and it's been a roller coaster of emotions and lots of experience that you've shared. I hope we can get to do this sometime. I really love you and super grateful.